Menu narration option is set to off.
Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes, a program that has been built on flash, excitement, swagger, even once a goal turnover chain. But the fundamentals of this program, substance. We'll have plenty of substance and swagger from the Canes today. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Louisville Cardinals taking on the winners of 7 straight, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Cardinals will kick it away to start. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. And as the game evolves into an aerial circus, sometimes you find a superstar running back like this guy.
And when you got this guy, you ride this guy. You give him the ball, you run the football, you find ways to continue to feed him because he just gets stronger and better as the game goes on.
First down here for the offense. Here comes the option. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Good jet sweep pass. Crosses to 35. He's loose. The 30. Inside the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Miami!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Louisville Cardinals offense will go to work for the first time today. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about these QBs that can move and run all over the place and give you so many options is that didn't even look like much, but he chews up so much yardage and gets those little gains that just death by 1,000 cuts that continue to happen with this offense.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play call? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
The Cardinals decide to punt it away. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one.
And he didn't squeeze it. It's loose. And he falls on top of his own fumble.
And as a defense, you just want to steal some possessions, create some turnovers. You force the fumble. Man, what a break for the offense to fall back on it. Those are moments that you just get a little bit frustrated because it's the luck of a bounce.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. On the option. And the Hurricanes get the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first down. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
They'll run the option. Across the 25, he's got room. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Hurricane. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
That's #2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Fires to the middle. And he intercepts it. Trying to take it back. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field.
Defense.
Oh, man, thought he had the interception, but the official rules gained too much of an advantage, so wave off the turnover and give up the yardage. It'll be first down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the tight end. On the move is the 30. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. That's the way you get things going. A huge play and now attacking from just inside the red zone. They're threatening to score and they'll throw it. Got his man in the middle.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Shuck. Into the end zone, and he's got it! Touchdown, Cardinals!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Miami, 14, Louisville, 7.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Quick pass on the fly motion. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. On target to the left. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the 1st quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He'll ride his man on the option. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down.
1st down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
They're looking for an advantage to the right. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. The Hurricanes getting set on 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Martinez on the carry. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Canes!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was payday.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking downfield, it's Shuck. Trying to get rid of it. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete. And the Cardinals will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Restrepo. He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The give to the back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. They'll turn to Martinez. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. And the Canes are flying down the field. They'll try the right side. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Second down.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll run the option. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Only able to pick up a yard before he stopped, and now it's 4th and 3. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Oregon State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Beavs have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to UNLV. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Shuck. Tight end finds a soft spot. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They're going to throw it again. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Got it in the middle. It's Lacey. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first downs. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Lets it fly deep downfield.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. A little screen to the running back. Got enough space. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
This guy can throw it. He lets one fly deep. And he's got it inside the 35. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Miami. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific start from there in beautiful Miami Gardens.
And the Canes will kick it off to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And
they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
I love playing man coverage on the back end, giving those receivers faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone when they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Now they'll run the draw. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to...
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Looking for a productive play on first down. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him lose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Fires to the right. Makes the grab. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. And the Hurricanes have this offense rolling. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8.
He's brought down at the 8-yard line.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Little touch pass to the receiver. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
And they get him down. This defense with its back to the wall has been a wall. Now, 4th and goal. What do you think?
Well, if I'm the defense, shoot, I've stuffed you a couple times in a row. I've put that doubt in your head, so I want you to go for it. I'm going to get another stop.
Touchdown, Hurricanes! And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Miami, 14.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's 1st down. Give to the back. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Quick release by the QB. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. And the Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Shuck. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd down, going up top. Fires into traffic, intercepted. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it. You could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Takes a shot. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down, but hold everything. There is a flag. Let's see what that's about. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. A 1st down for the offense. power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Snagged in the middle. It's Lacy. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. The Cardinals will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the move, it's Restrepo. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line.
Will take over. First and 10.
On first down, here comes this offense. Martinez on the carry. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
Gain of 3. Brings up second down.
Takes this handoff and headed to the right. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. First down to start the drive after the break. Give to the running back. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on first and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quick pass on the jet motion. Running toward the tape. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Hurricanes will snap it on first and 10. They'll run it. It's Martinez. Shakes off the tackle. Touchdown, Canes! And the pummeling has started. The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juke.
He's going for it all. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but 2nd down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a man. It's Shuck. Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. Oh, look out on the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Louisville. And once he got loose, it was all over. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going, and maybe you can build on.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Touch pass on the right. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
They'll keep it on the ground. He is smashing people. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. And the Canes have moved it inside the 20. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards.
That's a really good job by the defense reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. Now you have to make him earn it now on the next down.
Trying to punch it in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Miami! And the punishment has been extended. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak. And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Miami 52, Louisville 21.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that...
Looking deep down the right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Cardinals will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They're in command of it. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown Hurricane! And the route is on. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this, if you're on up...
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another...
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team.
And he'll pull it in inside the 20. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Miami, 66.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. He's going to pass. Zings it complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. One more play to pad the stats. Back to throw, it's Shuck. Blasted as he lets it go. And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock strikes 0, ball game is over. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You've got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivate.